Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 3 of Critical Role's Campaign 2, The Mighty Nein. Last we did the live stream last. We know what's going on. The lizard man is the one. I can't believe that it actually is like the lizard guy. I felt like it was so on the nose that they're pointing everything at that guy. So when I see everything pointing at something, I'm like, nope, that is the last guy I'm going to think is the guy if that's the case. It ends up being the guy. It ends up being, well, here's the thing. I'm assuming it is evil. It was like some sort of spell Jester did. I can't remember the name of the spell, but it detects evil and good or just evil. Either way, there's this aura around the lizard guy. I guess it was around the tent. They kind of followed this bright light or aura. Her and Not the Brave specifically. Jester and Sam were like best of buddies this episode. I love that because they're my two favorite. I have still not gotten my Mighty Nein shirts. I have 6 Mighty Nein shirts that I ordered a week and a half ago. I just looked it up right before I did this video. It says they still haven't even shipped yet. I got them from TeePublic. I get t-shirts from them all the time. I guess because the way the world is right now or whatever, shipping's a bitch. It wasn't even free shipping, which is even more crazy. You get free shipping from Amazon in 2 days. I had to pay like $15 for shipping, and it's a week and a half and they haven't even sent it yet. This might be the last time you see a shirt other than a Mighty Nein shirt, because I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the Patreon one, and then I'm going to wait on part 2 till like Wednesday or Thursday. By then, I'm hoping I get a shirt, at least one, but they're all probably coming together. So if I get one, I get them all. Regardless, just because there is evil in the lizard man. We saw he is the cause. I am guessing that he is biting dudes or oozing this stuff onto them. The soldiers at the end, the Crownsguard, turned into the same thing that Enon turned into. I was under the impression that Enon was just an innocent bystander who kind of was just like a victim of circumstance. And I'm guessing that's what it is. We were really tapping in like he's got a son of 35 years ago, and that son has a son or a kid. And I was thinking the kid at the docks might be that kid. I mean, these things still might amount to something because we're building a huge storyline, I guess. But I'm like going off on that tangent. I don't even know if that was relevant. It probably wasn't. And it ends up just being the lizard man. I feel like we could have figured that out so quick, but I thought it was so on the nose. I thought we were going to have to go visit Gustav and Bo the Breaker, but nope, not. And Jester just kind of go on this little, they basically just snuck off into the tent and like ran, and she did her thing. She charmed the guard. So Jester is quite useful as far as the spells and everything. She is also my favorite. She is staying high in the ranks because she's just adorable. She gets things done. She's annoying a little bit, but enough annoying where like you tolerate it. It's cute. As opposed to Bo, who is much better in this last episode, but still very annoying and seems to make every wrong choice. Everyone's yelling at her all the time. It was said in the comments that it's intentional that she is that annoying, but it's still annoying nonetheless. Besides that, I guess we're all sort of becoming a little more buddy-buddy. There is a bookstore where there's this old dude, Matt Mercer did it very well, and he has a book about arcane magic that is 10 gold, and we can't read it, but Caleb has a spell that will allow him in 10 minutes to be able to understand it. I also saw Zemnian is the language Caleb understands, and it's German, or someone said it's basically German. There was another book that was Zemnian that was 3 gold. Caleb bought neither, and I feel like those are important, especially the one that we can't read, the 10 gold one. I mean, it could totally be a trick. I remember playing RPGs back in the day, Super Nintendo. I had every RPG under the sun. I remember sometimes you would pay a shitload of money for something that was totally just a red herring. So maybe that's the case with that. I don't know. It could be that all we had to do is figure out who the lizard man was or who was causing everything, and now we're on to the next one. Like, I don't know how this operates yet. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I mean, like, are we going from one thing to the next? Like, all right, we could buy that book and that might help us solve why these people are turning. But I mean, that still could help us solve it. We still don't fully understand. We know it has to do with this dude. But the last thing I'm going to say, and then we're jumping in, is that dude possibly evil, but being forced to do it? Because how is he so loving and caring of Toya, the little dwarf girl, yet he's evil and destroying everything else? It could be that he is evil but like can't help it, or someone's forcing him to be evil, you mean well. Like someone calls me and goes, Jay, I'm gonna murder your whole family if you don't go slaughter all these people at the carnival. And then I go to the carnival and now I'm evil because I'm killing people, but I'm being forced to do it. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. If not, I don't know. We're jumping in. You guys want to be way ahead, full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. There'll be the hour in the middle of each episode only on Patreon, and then I do the part 1, part 2, the before and after, and then we do the live stream Fridays. Patreon will have an hour that you will only see there. If not, here we go, guys. Episode 3, Campaign 2, Part 1, The Mighty Nein. Critical Role. Welcome back. Oh, I gotta turn this up.
So, last we left off, this intrepid band of slowly converging individual stories into some semblance of an adventuring party have found themselves caught up in an investigation. There was a carnival that you attended, of which Molly Mock was a part of.
Molly Mock.
Had a terrible
Molly Mock.
scenario occur. An older man who was
Everything's
at the,
good.
the carnival had been transformed in the middle of performance into some horrible undead creature that attacked and assaulted other people within the tent. You defeated it, and has since have all been under investigation and been told you can't leave the town. To try and absolve yourselves of any sort of doubt, you've begun to investigate what the cause is for this strange transformation. You've gone
I mean,
around
we
the town
still
asking questions,
have a lot
meeting
of questions,
individuals, eventually
obviously.
finding
We're
yourselves
so early.
back at the tent in the middle of the night.
But I feel like at
past
some
midnight,
point we
the
move
early hours of the
on
morning.
to somewhere else. That's what I
Sneaking
meant
into
before.
tents and asking members of the carnival what they may know about what has transpired. Upon speaking with a number of members of the carnival, 2 of the guards that were on site suddenly fell dead where they were standing, writhing in pain as
See,
they passed.
what is
You watched
causing
as a
that?
large shadow, which you had
We saw
confirmed
him
being,
hop away.
fiendish in nature, leapt northward towards the Ustalock and out of sight, as both Ford and
What
Caleb
if it
had
is
rushed out of the main tent
Enon's
to
son?
see the center of the camp where these
See,
two
I'm
bodies
I'm
lay
trying to think
rise
outside
up.
the box.
2 more of the freshly transformed.
What if it's Enon's son
undead
and it
creatures
turned
now
into this
angered
creature?
and looking about for something to feast upon? And that was where we left off.
Totally good.
So,
And maybe it has to eat like a vampire. Maybe it doesn't want to detect good and evil. That was a good spell. But maybe it's like she doesn't, I mean, it doesn't mean to, but it has to. Like a vampire can't live without consuming its victim kind of thing. I feel like it's not all bad or something. How could you cradle a dwarven girl
Just the fried fish.
and then murder people? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Roll initiative, please.
Yeah?
Line.
We're fighting already?
Okay.
Are you fighting already? Nope.
Marisha, natural 20.
I rolled her dice. It was a 1. I'm never rolling it again.
It was a 1, and he rolled a 1, like, right at the end last time.
No!
Yeah, we rolled low.
As drunk as you guys might have thought I got at the end, I still remember everything. Rolled a 1 at the end. I did have probably one
Alrighty,
seltzer
so,
too many.
20
If you
to
guys
15.
watch the live stream, I had 2 seltzers like in 10 minutes because I was getting so hyped, and I literally look and I go, oh shit, I
15
just
to
drank
10?
2 seltzers in like 10 minutes, and I got a little tipsy.
Yeah.
It's only on the live
5?
stream. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. Free. Go check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Just, yeah.
That is.
Oh,
That is.
man.
Hold on. Did you get it?
Nope.
Nope.
Three.
All right.
You're a 3 initiative? Oh no. What's your initiative?
What's your modifier?
I know.
0?
So, 5.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Oh no.
Level 3.
I saw someone in the comments
Roll
did
very
say, are you going to read up on the
but still
game
better than a lot of
and
games.
so you know better what's going on?
3.
I don't want to because I kind of want to figure it out while I watch. I'm one of those people that I don't want to read up on it. I want to figure it out on the fly. I figure the best way to learn things is to be thrown into the shit and have to figure it out. And I'm going to watch so many episodes, like hundreds of episodes,
Zombified
I'm
guards,
totally
their
fine
armor
learning as I go.
brass
It's not
colored,
like I need to know right off the
scale
bat.
armor clinking as their forms rise up, looking around. Just peer past.
I like
the shadow
Matt
darkness
Mercer's
around
shirt.
the
I don't know what
campfire
the hell
lighting
it
the
is.
Interior. The horses grow nervous, as you watch both Caleb and Ford emerge from the tent right in their sights. You watch as they both.
Yes, I was just gonna say, are we gonna get a map? Yes. I saw him pointing down. That's why I was like, why'd he get up and point down? He's got to be setting up some sort of board. What would you call that? Like a board? Tabletop board or something? Oh, look, he's got cabins and tents and everything. Is that a horse and wagon? A horse and wagon.
Yes, he was kind of lurches towards him.
What movie's that from?
They move a little bit quicker
A
than you'd
horse and
expect.
wagon.
But not necessarily that quick. But they both spend their full turns trying to just close the gap. For those horses,
That one 5 or 10 feet away from me.
the horses immediately freak out and start running this direction in a gallop.
Damn.
God damn it.
There goes that idea.
It was such a good idea.
It was such a good idea till it wasn't. Such a good idea till it wasn't. There's a
That's gonna
kitty.
go ahead and
There's a
run.
little kitty
And there go.
going into his little hole. He is joining his pod.
I turn to Jester and Molly.
Fucking, we probably shouldn't kill Crownsguard, even if it's a zombie. Should we go after the toad?
We should.
Honestly, she's probably right. It probably isn't a good idea to kill a Crownsguard right now.
Be a guard killer, all right,
Be
fine.
a fucking zombie.
We just can't be here.
Yeah, this is gonna look bad. I feel like it's gonna look bad if no one else, unless there's other people here. If there's other people witnessing, you're
You
good.
watch them as you peeked under the tent.
But if they just murder a guard that is already dead, people are gonna think they killed him. Especially since they're already under an investigation.
To them.
Oh, fancy.
I love that they're all in the cabin. I love everything's got figurines and stuff. Even the map.
can
We
go
have
into a
wagons and
dashboard
horses and buildings and
engage
there's
directly.
even crates and like barrels. I wish there was more stuff.
Oh, man.
Like I mean now I'm being
Okay.
as if I wasn't already blessed with the greatness of Matt's board.
my fault.
Now I'm like, well, now that you did it, you might as well put more
I rolled
barrels.
for the zombies to see who they saw first, but technically their turn hadn't come up yet. That's my fault because their initiative is lower in the order, so we're gonna.
And they are right on the edge.
That's my fault.
You have to rewind.
We're rewinding time.
Yours was super high. That's totally my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. It was early enough in the combat where it's not gonna make a huge difference. But you do watch as they turn and they look past the direction. They look like they're ready to dart towards the actual large carnival tent.
No, I just want to do Hamilton with all our character voices.
I've never seen Hamilton.
Okay,
But I heard
after,
it's a
Jester trying to help
Lin-Manuel Miranda. I always have to think when I say his name. I feel like I always say it. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Lin-Manuel. I don't
It's
know.
cool,
It sounds like a
man.
tongue
Cut him
twister.
down
to
with
me.
those guns.
Is that fire?
Let 'em know.
Like,
Is
is
it
that
fire?
fire still going?
It's not like a huge blaze, but there's some flames in it. It's starting to ember, starting to burn out a little bit.
Both barrels.
Yes,
6-shooter.
Bo.
Give it to him.
Okay, can I, with my initial attack as I run up, can
What's
I
on
take
her
my
shirt?
staff and try and take him out at the knees? Just
Sure.
do a sweep?
Travis.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Prone.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling.
Like it. Like it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Athletics check.
That's not great.
That-
9.
Roll a natural 20 on his end. So as
Not
you
good.
swing
Not good at
with
all.
the staff, it slams into the side of the guard's leg, and you hear the slight crack of wood as the armored exterior of the zombified
Shatters
form
your staff?
seems to just stand resolute against the strength of your blow. Its head, which was turned
it didn't
off
break the staff.
angrily
I thought he was gonna
towards
break the
the
staff.
shadow direction of Caleb and Ford, turns back. The red burning coals for eyes now glaring in your direction. What do you
See, that's not like zombie-ish. I mean, they seem to be undead. So I guess zombie is undead?
Still my head and do flurry of blows.
Flurry of
Okay, well,
blows.
you did your one attack to sweep him. It's an unarmed attack for your next two.
Right, I know. I'm
Right.
doing an elbow and a punch.
Okay,
I'm
got
just
you.
holding my staff.
Right, misunderstood. Okay, go for it. So roll for the attack.
2 attacks, right?
You got it.
Okay. Okay.
you rolled
This is so nervous. Okay, that's good. 19
19
for the
hits.
first one. Oh, no, natural 1 for the second.
So many ones.
What's happening?
All right, so
Angered.
roll damage for the first one.
Okay.
Came with Zukaki.
I know, apparently.
Damage.
Oh, that's okay. 8.
What's new at the table?
8 points of damage.
Everything.
So as you elbow across, wham! You watch as the jaw kind of hangs and dislodges a bit, and as its head turns towards you, you reach for with your other fist, and it catches it in middle of the air. And it tries to
Natural
bite
one.
at your arm, but the jaw kind of hangs open, not able to actually finally purchase.
Good thing
your
she
arm.
knocked the jaw.
I believe that ends your turn. All right, finishing Bo's turn. Caleb, you're up.
God, not a great turn. I mean, she got a jaw broke. Not a great
A
turn.
bit towards that carriage, and I pull the diamond out of my component pouch, and a small prismatic ball forms over it, and I take my other hand and I spin it really fast, and little ice shards start shooting out of the side, and then I take it with the free hand and I'm gonna throw it like a fucking baseball pitcher at the one closest to Beauregard.
Right there? Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack on that.
Whoa, that was very specific and descriptive, and I don't know what it is, but I like it. A sphere shooting
It's good,
ice?
23.
23 definitely hits.
Okay, so that is cold damage 3d8. 2. Come on! All right, 9 total.
9 points of cold damage to it. So you watch as it's trying to like bite, you know.
There is a lot of honor system in this game, because some of them just roll real quick. No one even sees. I mean, you want to be fair because it's the game.
And the ice shards kind of coalesce around the outside of the armor and kind of linger with this frost and kind of mist that sprays off the impact. It looks fairly damaged.
And a question: when am I supposed to roll initiative for Frumpkin as well, or does she go?
Technically, by
does
the
he
rules,
go?
yes. But I mean, it might be easier to have you guys go at the same time.
Okay, if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
All right, I'm sending Frumpkin
For
to
now, we can.
zip under that tent. He
So
has,
Frumpkin-
40 feet of movement.
Does Frumpkin always get like a move or an attack? Like, how does Frumpkin work? Because that would technically be like he gets. It would remind me of World of Warcraft when you had a beast. You could use your beast. Like, did they call it a beast? It was like a pet or a beast, and you could use it to attack. And I loved it because it was almost like you had like 2 for 1.
Molly, you're up.
I'm going to.
was like a hunter. I was a hunter. An orc
the
hunter.
one that Bo is fighting.
Name to shreds. My name was to shreds.
You can indeed.
I'm gonna make it to the one that Bo is fighting, and I'm gonna just take 2 straight attacks with my scimitar.
Go for it. You see like half of its body.
We got our
encased in ice now,
falchion and our
lashing out in
scimitar.
both direction as you rush up.
That's a 15 and a natural 20,
Okay then.
without even figuring out. Yeah,
15 plus, whatever.
yeah,
it said.
15 plus, and then
Those
so
both
natural
hit.
20 is just double the die, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah. So
Come on.
This is the end. Yeah, he's killing one of these dudes.
first one. I'm okay. First one is.
I love the characters. I love the pieces. Well, he's definitely killing this guy. The guy was almost dead, I feel
Oh
like.
no, double. I have to roll 2 dice, right?
Well, the first attack is that die. So that's not the critical.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that's 6. That's 9 points of damage,
9 points of damage. All right.
and then
Big
2 dice or double the dice.
We'll just double the die. It's fine.
double
It's
the
fun to
dice.
do it that way.
Ah.
Less dice to have to roll.
That's 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Nope.
Tal'dorei
Watch
gets
as it
so
drops,
excited.
The ice explodes in its side.
He's one of
and
those people that's like,
He's walking out of the tent.
I did it.
scimitar
I did
swinging
it.
in his hand
Right now,
like
I
this
did it. I
dart
mean,
in
I
his
enjoy
teeth.
it. I'm
As
just
he slams
saying.
both blades simultaneously into the sides of this creature, you watch as he actually cuts a V shape in the upper torso and it kind of slips out of it. The actual central portion of its body slips onto the ground with a splat, and the arms kind of fall apart to the side, and the body collapses in the ground.
I turn and smile at Bo.
Thanks.
Well, stop being so cocky, Molly. I call him Hawk. Molly Mawk.
Pizza slice.
It's a pizza
All right,
slice.
and it finishes.
And then I turn 180 and get ready to get
South.
ready for
What
the
does
other
his
one.
shirt
Doesn't
say?
make me
Goth Dad.
All right.
Kind of less, actually.
Which is now its turn.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So, having you rush out of the tent, its attention once in the distance, it traces you over as you attack its ally. It lunges over towards you and is make 2 strikes in your direction.
I make eye contact with it, and
I mean, he
I'm
does
just
have
gonna- I'm
great
actually gonna
attacks.
I'm gonna fuck it. Yeah, just
Like,
I'm
he's
gonna burn
great
blood out
at
of it.
making the
Okay.
battle
And-
more entertaining.
Yeah, I'm just
Like
gonna
with
make him
Percy
look-
and
I'm like,
everything.
there's just gonna be a blood vessel is just gonna pop on my neck, and I'm just gonna make him cry.
Okay.
Look at Sam. He's like,
suddenly
"You
go
are
black
dark
and
and
you watch as thick
I don't
droplets
like
of
you."
blood
And now
like
they hate
ichor
each
begin
other.
to spill out the corners of the zombie's eyes.
I take 3 damage.
Or are you
I'm augmenting it.
amplifying?
Yeah, I'm
okay, cool.
amplifying.
So you take 3 damage. So yeah, so this attack and the next attack he has disadvantage on.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
16 and an 8 for the first attack, so that brings it down to a 12.
Amplifying, so he gets more powerful. I feel like
So
that's
as it rushes
unnecessary
towards you,
in
you
this
can see the
battle.
opening, it swings
Like,
too wide, and you just duck right out of the way. The second
there's
attack,
only one left.
disadvantage as
I've-
well. It's a 19.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what amplifying is, and
so it still hits. I believe. Yeah,
That's fine.
All right. So the first one you duck out of the way. However, its secondary slam hits you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage across your shoulder. Bam! You get pushed back into Bo, and Bo kind of catches your.
I feel like Molly Mwok has
Ow.
the higher
All right, so
hit
that
points
ends,
than others,
let's
though.
go-
I feel like Molly has the highest or
Yeah.
one of the highest.
Not is going to hard charge out of the tent, not at the beast, but just across the courtyard.
Not at the
Not,
Yes.
not, yeah.
Not
Just as
at
fast
the
as she
beast.
can go, just saying shit. Can she make it to that box?
She can't, unfortunately. That
She can't?
No, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, no, 25, 30. You can get to right there.
Okay,
Thank
so as she's
Oh,
running,
right
she's gonna
there,
fire
man.
her
Like
crossbow
right to the box.
Okay, go for it.
at the dude. 11 plus 6.
That hits.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a high modifier. Natural 20.
Ollie, the opposite side of your dice tray.
Wow.
If this was Tony Hawk, you'd just be accumulating points still. Like, it's just.
Oh, it was railing. I was like, what is happening?
Screen the rest of the game.
I can't see. I'm like, what are they doing?
Multiplier, give him the
Apparently his dice was doing a Tony Hawk rail slide or
Points of
something.
damage and sneak attack damage.
Correct, because it is adjacent to Molly.
Another 2 points.
Okay.
9.
And why not?
9.
I'll use Fury of the Small.
Okay.
Fury of the. Add another 2 point. 11.
Damage to it. All right.
Yes. And then
Wait.
bonus action. Can I just
10?
sneak or just hide behind that thing?
Did he say?
You can't hide behind it, 'cause you have to get behind it, but you can use your bonus action to dash.
Is my math wrong?
Okay, great.
I feel like it
You're
was
not gonna be
11.
hiding, but you move in this direction.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what rogues can do. They can use their bonus action to dash.
Apparently.
I could have sworn it should be 11.
Yeah. All right. So you
I don't know. I might have heard the number wrong.
All right, that finishes your turn. Not. That brings us to Jester. You're up.
I love the board. I'm not kidding you. Like
I'm
the
going
fact that I
to
could
sit on the
see,
ground and, like,
even though it's just like a
Look
board
out.
of the
Look out.
pieces, it makes it
You
so
see
much
this,
better.
This sudden interaction of everyone just.
Because you could
leaping
see their
towards,
eyes view and stuff.
Bo
It's so
and Molly
nice.
leaping towards the standing zombie.
And I say, oh shit, I shouldn't have used all those spells earlier. All I have is Sacred Flame, and I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot Sacred Flame, and at the same time, I'm going to go, Frumpkin, come here, let me pet you.
All right. So the Sacred Flame is.
That was
throw for the-
honestly
Yeah, it's a
absolutely
13
adorable.
dexterity.
I for a second was like, is she gonna
roll
do
is
something with
definitely 13, no
Frumpkin?
modifier.
But she just
Yeah.
does things to do them, and it works.
So do you want
It's not annoying. It's adorable.
Well,
I love
What's
it.
the spell? Is it half damage or no damage?
It just says that's it.
Okay, then yeah, no. Sorry.
Balls. Shit. Frumpkin. Lumpy. Lumpy, come here.
Lumpy.
Double check.
Is Liam gonna start getting mad? Liam already said, "Don't call him Lumpy."
Finishes Jester's turn. Ford, you're up.
Well, he didn't flat out say it. He said, "Call him Frumpkin."
Yes, you can.
Let's charge into the fray with my 30 speed.
That's about as close as you can get right there.
Can I pull out my falchion?
You can.
I'll
Falchion.
flip it over so it's pommel up, and I'll use Eldritch Blast towards the remaining zombie.
All right, and so as you hold your arm out with force, you watch as the edge of the pommel suddenly glows with this dark black purple.
Damn, man, if he could hit him from there, that is some reach.
Fires out in the direction. Go ahead and roll for the attack.
That is a 14.
That hits. Go roll damage.
Really?
I'm telling you.
14. I thought that was rough.
That
This
is
has got to
9
kill
points
it.
of damage.
9 points.
They've all struck this thing now. This has got to kill it.
You watch as it hits and the armor actually dents inward to the point where if it was still a living human, it probably would have caused some
Gutted
serious
it.
internal bleeding or bludgeoning, but the creature seems relatively unfazed by the impact other than being pushed to 1 foot and then back on its 2-foot weight. But that ends your turn.
I look around and say, we need to drop this fucker and get the hell out.
Is this one stronger? I feel like the other one went down so much quicker. I feel like the other one went down in like a little over 20 hit points. We've had like a good 30 against this
Okay,
dude.
back to the top.
They also in the last ones talked about sand coming out. Sand and like earth or something.
My two-handed. I'm gonna use my quarterstaff to.
We're all the way back to Marisha again.
Crack it right over his head.
You have to move over to him though if you want.
Okay. Can I step over the dead guy? Sorry.
So
Excuse me.
You're gonna vault off of the corpse.
Oh,
of
look,
the other zombie
I was like,
guard
who
and
had that
down
laser
with your
pointer?
Staff towards him. Go for it. Roll damage. Roll
Oh
attack.
God.
Come on, Tom.
Get it.
God damn it! The football
13.
13.
13 still hits.
I almost don't want him to hit. Like, I'm not trying to be a downer, and I want our people to die, but I feel like 13 is low.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Gotta kill him. How do you want to do
You
this?
slam into it and watch it kind of.
I guess it's a boss
starting to look
battle.
pretty beat up, but it's still standing.
Damn, that armor's helping it, huh?
Yeah.
Your bonus action if you still want it.
Is that what it is? This one's got more armor? I know he keeps saying it's hitting armor,
As long as you're
but I
attacking
just
with your
assumed the
action,
other guy
you
had
can
just as
bonus
much
attack
armor.
with your unarmed strike.
Right.
They're like
Right.
both
Point
Crowns
to
guards, so
double
I
attack
just
if you
assumed.
Right. Learning these combat abilities. It's weird. So okay, I'm gonna be like, die, and I'm just gonna do a big like roundhouse kick to.
Roundhouse
Go
kick.
for it. Roll for the attack.
If it's over 13, we're good.
That's good. That's a 16.
We already know.
Roll damage.
Is that's an unarmed strike?
I'm wondering what is not, maybe a
Okay,
12,
okay,
maybe
okay,
13's
8
right
points.
there.
8 points.
It's a 2 plus. No wait, I'm sorry. 6 points. 6 points.
Marisha. I love when you call somebody out and then they go, oh, wait, you're right. Then I think, how many times were you wrong? Because they didn't call you out.
Snarl, but you can hear the windpipe is kind of closed off from the angle that it got snapped, and it's making this horrible choking sound.
I just go, Molly.
Caleb, your turn.
Do it.
Okay, I'm also tapped as well. I'm going to back up against the tent that we came out of, and have a sinking pit in my stomach, and my
Caleb's
hand
gonna be
starts
the one to
blacken
put it
and
down, I
inflate,
think.
And fire springs from the palm, and then it just shoots, and I cast Firebolt.
All right, good roll for the attack.
Cool.
That's cool. Firebolt. I like me some Firebolt.
It's good though. That's 17.
I have no doubt that they're almost all going to hit at this point, because a 13 or higher we know hits, maybe even lower than that, probably a 12 hits.
4 points of damage. How do you want to do that? All right. So the bolt slams into the side of its head where it was hit by Bo.
It's
And
still
actually
not
snaps it
dead.
Back into place. You watch its kind of eyes lull for a second, and then comes back with renewed undead strength.
Bo just goes.
Renewed undead strength?
Well, then
Undead strength.
yeah.
Undead strength.
Is it?
Renewed in the sense that
I
for
feel
a
like
second he wants to
this
light
one
something
is
out, but it
definitely
pushes
more
through the
powerful.
force of the
But
enchantment.
why? Is there a
Bo just
reason?
goes, who undid my work?
Probably have a little bit of movement left.
You've got 10 feet.
I would like to sidle into the tent that I exited before and just disappear.
You vanish into the tent.
I mean, at this point, he might as well,
Across
because
behind Molly to
someone's going to kill him.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. What's the movement on Frumpkin?
40.
Frumpkin, oh my god, it's a little Frumpkin!
Alrighty.
My god, I love it.
That's your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Molly, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take 2 more shots. I'm gonna see if I can decapitate.
2 more shots?
Oh man, I gotta get out of that habit. Technically, I'm gonna see if I can
more
decapitate.
swings.
2 more swings. See if I can decapitate this.
2 more flourishes.
That's a 8,
8 misses.
but a 16 does not.
16 does hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage on that.
8 misses. We missed with an 8. Thank God for that.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
As the blade
No
sinks into
way.
its shoulder, and you
Unless
see
I don't
carves
know.
in and
It might be
jams up
boss
halfway
battles
through, of
only.
course, the armor
Even though I
is
feel like
stopping
it's
it
kind of a
partway
boss
before it
battle.
lodges in, and it kind of leans forward. It's still standing.
We have
And
renewed
the blade's kinda stuck in the
undead
abdomen.
strength,
Renewed
so
undead strength.
yeah. there-
All right, that ends your turn, Molly.
Oh man.
You're stuck in it.
That's gonna
Is
make
it
its
like
first
that? I
slam
remember
right
many
at you.
role-playing games where
Front of it.
you would keep attacking a
It's a
guy.
natural 20. I'm rolling some good 20s
Oh
tonight.
God, Matt rolls a natural 20. He might kill somebody.
Bite you in the anus.
This is not looking good.
He might roll. I mean, it's feasible someone might die here.
Damage.
Oh my god.
It just clocks you across the side of the temple. Your vision goes blurring for a second. You spit across the ground, and you're used to the sight of your own blood, but now it's across the grass and dirt at your foot, and you start to feel yourself get a bit woozy. Yep. It's going to go ahead and spin around. And
What is his hit points at right now? Because he's got hit twice now.
I thought I could kill it.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
Man down. Come on, baby.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
He died? Molly died, and he had the highest hit points, I
The
think.
first hit clocks Molly hard. The second one is just this clawing uppercut that
I'm shocked.
he just goes backwards.
Someone
dropping
actually
one scimitar,
died.
the other one
But,
being
like,
left
where do we go
stuck
from
in
here?
the
I mean-
body of the undead guard as it now glances back towards Bo to its right. It's into Molly's turn, and the zombie's turn. Not, you're up.
I have never yet seen a character die in game in D&D, so I have no idea how this works now. I'm guessing you just rest and they come back, but that would feel so easy. But I mean, it is a game. You could die in a role-playing game and come back when you rest.
Okay, I will use. Seeing one of us die scares the shit out of me.
Unconscious, but yeah.
No, dead forever.
No, you're dead forever. Yeah, see, he goes, I'm unconscious. No, you're dead forever. That's what I'm thinking. They're obviously not dead forever, but I want it to be that kind of impact. Not that I hate
I
Molly.
get about halfway. And I fire my crossbow. Fire the crossbow.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
There he goes. He had 2 ones. Well, there we go. We're killing it now.
How do you want to do this?
How do you want to do this?
It doesn't even matter the damage you deal. If the damage is from a critical hit, it doesn't get its undead fortitude. So
So it had undead fortitude.
I'm low to the ground, so probably just in the back of the cab or something.
Just like a little nick on the back of the calf. That's all we're going to do.
I'm going to turn and run into the tent.
Sam runs scared, not knowing he actually defeated it, even though he knows he defeated it.
Molly, as you watch it turn around towards you, suddenly it lurches as the crossbow bolt shatters its kneecap from behind. Its other leg, which had been partially just damaged from the process of getting up and the comments happen, isn't enough to keep it aloft, and you watch as it tumbles back into the fire and just immediately begins to burn as it begins to scream and squeal. It's the flames begin to burn and engulf its body before it eventually comes to rest, no longer held by this undead magic that keeps it standing.
Undead magic.
Quiet falls over the encampment.
Undead magic.
Molly. Well, I guess next up is this is now important. Jester, it's your turn.
Oh, I come running out of the tent.
Okay.
Saying, oh, Molly, oh shit, oh no, this is, oh, okay. And I kneel down next to him and I'll do spare the dying cantrip.
It's a cantrip?
Yes.
What is a cantrip?
Yep.
It took
choice.
somebody going unconscious, so yes.
It's designed for this moment.
What is...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that being the case, you become stable. So you're not conscious yet.
Oh.
But you're stable. You don't have to make.
My bad.
Can I try to do
So
some
he's-
like medicine?
he's in a
on
coma,
him? Like,
kind of.
You know, does that heal him
Do you
at
have
all?
a healer's kit?
I have I don't think so.
She has desserts?
She has desserts. Give him a dessert. He'll come right back to life. I have donuts and some paint.
So, Bo, as you're standing here, you watch Molly is no longer bleeding out. And is just breathing and kind of coughing in the unconsciousness from the pain. You watch as Jester is fiddling through her bag, pulling things out.
You have a 6-pack of donuts, but you don't have a healer's kit in there.
6-pack of donuts. I feel like we used them.
Cleric. I'm the cleric. What is this? I've never like traveled with a bunch of people that I thought would die in front of me, okay? I never needed the healer's kit before.
And I'm pretty sure she's healed.
The cleric now.
You have a healer's kit? Oh my gosh!
And I'm just going to give it to her here.
Whoa.
It's a gift. Congratulations on us. You being a.
That is a mighty prize.
But she gave it to Laura. Laura's just going to use it on Molly.
Use this,
Oh no,
though.
she's not.
Open it.
She's
and,
not
like,
proficient.
Rummage through a bunch of shit here.
Vanilla extract or like
Yeah, like-
sprinkle.
I'll say for the instance of this, since it's not necessarily the immediate danger of him dying off, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Medicine check. I mean, why didn't Marisha just heal Molly? Why give it to Laura to heal Molly? Because that's what's going to happen.
He won't care.
That's a strong 4.
A 9.
A strong
Okay,
4.
I'll say he's still unconscious. He'll recover, and given a little bit of time, he'll come back.
Wouldn't it have been easier for them to just like carry him back to the inn? Can't you just go sleep at the inn like a game?
Or something, you can bring him back from the brink. At this point, the rest of the carnival currently within the vicinity begin to emerge from the tent and seeing the danger.
So no one really saw what the hell was going on?
Girl in the tent with me?
Make a perception check.
After this, we're going to take a break.
Natural 20.
You glance around the interior.
Natural 20. What a way to end it.
There's a unique smell to the inside, and you kind of smelt it before, but it catches you very strongly now that there's quiet and you're not focused on anything else. A very faint smell of brimstone that just kind of lingers within the tent, mingling with the wet grass, and you look around and see no girl.
But what does happen is...
Boom. All right, guys. So that is part 1 of episode 3. I looked at all the breaks. What I do is now I see where all the breaks are, and then I formulate a plan around that. So this one is shorter than last week, but longer than episode 1. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to do roughly 40 minutes, counting the intro and exit for part 1 and 2. There's going to be about a solid hour on Patreon. That's the middle part. I want to put part 1 and part 2 beginning and end. So if you can't do Patreon, you don't miss my reaction to the important things that like go into the live stream. The YouTube live stream is always going to be after the midway break. There's always a midway break, and then there's about an hour and a half to 2 hours after that at all times, at least as far as I've seen so far for the first 3 episodes. When you see the live stream, just go to the timestamp of after the commercial break that they do, Critical Role, Geek and Sundry, however it was done. We'll talk about that later, but I wrote all the times down there, so I got them. The way we ended this one, pretty much this entire part 1 was the battle with the Crownsguard, because the way we ended the live stream of episode 2 was the Crownsguard turned into these zombies that we're going to call them. I don't know if they're zombies. I don't think they're zombies. They're very different than zombies. Even though they're undead, they have fire, charcoal, coal eyes. Zombies don't have that. And they keep saying they're magic, something to do with magic. I can't help but think, though, that the lizard man is secreting something that's causing it. I mean, it's got to have something to do with that. Maybe his bite, maybe he, like a frog, like how a frog could like, I forget what that frog is, but it's done in movies and TV shows where like it could secrete some kind of acid or something that like makes you go insane, something like that. Maybe that's what it is. But in this case, it's like extreme. Like it not only makes you go insane, it turns you into this horrific bone snapping zombie looking thing with fiery eyes. Either way, the girl is gone. The dwarven girl is gone. I'm still kind of holding on to my theory that this creature can't help what it does. Kind of like a vampire. Maybe it has to do what it does. The thing that's throwing me off, though, is Laura did use Detect Evil, and it's evil. But to me, evil could be on many levels. Maybe you're considered evil because you murdered somebody, but maybe you were forced to murder them. How do you differentiate evil? You didn't have to kill that person, even if you're a vampire. You could have just chose death. You didn't have to be a murderer, but then you'd die yourself. I'm probably wrong, but I'm still thinking, like, why would it be so nice to this dwarf girl and, like, cradle her? I just feel like it's weird that it would have such a caring way to one person or thing. The only other thing I could think of, Enon was the first guy that we saw turn. Is it possible? Because we did hear a backstory. Now, I said this in another episode, how Matt Mercer could just be giving us backstory to just build the world, and some of it is totally irrelevant. But he mentioned he had a kid. Enon had a kid. Is it possible the lizard man is some horribly deformed, mutated son of Enon? I don't know why or how that would have happened, but they said the lizard guy was leaping back to Ustalak. That's where we met the guy who said that Enon worked there on the docks. Am I wrong? I feel like that was a thing, that Enon worked on the docks at Ustalak and he had a kid. So is it possible that that's where Enon lived? I think they might have even said where he lived, but I can't remember specific details and I don't want to go off of something that I don't have solidly confirmed in my head. But I'm thinking, like, are they connecting the dots? Because Enon is still the first to turn. How did he turn? Why did he turn? Is it like being in the vicinity of this thing, being near it will turn you? Because if that was the case, then we'd all be screwed. Did they say they were bit or anything like that? I've got to assume that it just secreted some kind of thing on it. But we're jumping into the hour-long Patreon video. Then we're going to do part 2. You guys want to be way ahead, full on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the Patreon video. Peace.